Hey guys, the Bama Dog, Roll Tide. Today I'm looking at a Nissan Frontier 2022 bed extender, which I had to put together myself. You can see right here. For those of you who've ordered it online, maybe you'll do it yourself instead of getting the dealer to do it. You have to get a drill and you have to have a rivet gun. They provide 4 rivets, which you'll have to rivet yourself. If you get the dealer to do it, you don't have to worry about this, but I figured on a consumer product like this that you'd just use basic tools, but instead they're expecting the consumer to do it because I guess they expect this part to be fully built at the dealership, which is the entire bed extender, which is a movable. So it's on the Utili-Track system. So I'm just going to give you a little look here. So I've got this piece in the back of the truck, and I was going to show you the pieces that are included. And you've got these 3 bars, and they insert into these end points, and the overlap is about that much. It almost inserts into the entire end of this little piece here. It wraps around, goes to the other side, and those you have to insert as well. And this just fits into the slot down below. Here are the rivets I put in yesterday on the 2 bottom, which are the longer pipes. The top pipe does not require a rivet. So you'll need a rivet gun and a drill. The instructions say to drill a 1/4 hole, but 1/4 hole is bigger than the rivets it provided. We ended up using a 1/8 of an inch drill bit, drilled into one, inserted the rivet. Same thing for that one, and for the 2 on the left. Make sure you, after you drill your rivet or drill your hole, that you insert the rivet right then, rather than drilling all the holes at the same time. That will probably help you quite a bit as far as alignment goes. And right here we've got one of the uprights, and here's what it looks like when they're separated. You've got a rear piece, has a spot for 6 screws, which we mounted around the main 3 bars there. The other side will be clear, and they will basically go where this area is here at the point that it meets. And whenever you put these on, the instructions say not to have the crease at the very center. What it wants you to do is to slightly have it over a little bit, kind of like that, where it's kind of most of it is on the end piece rather than the center. So I will do that. One other thing I'm seeing is that when you do put the vertical piece here, it will line up exactly with this trench here on the bed itself. So let's get started. All right, we got this right side done. One other thing to note, use a Torx 25 hex bit or star bit, hex 25. And when you're putting these hex or these T25 bits in, start from the center, work your way outwards, and when you're all done, everything should be nice and flush. It'll only fit on there a certain way. Once you get the pieces, you'll see what I'm talking about. This outer edge is a little bit wider than the thinner inner edge, so these pieces here kind of cut in such a way that they'll only fit one way. All right, we've got the other side installed now. I've got my tailgate down. You can see there's one of the uprights, and there's the other upright. You'll also notice a difference between this tie down bracket and that tie down bracket. Little things that go in your tailgate. If you have this thing all the way open, Something they didn't do a good job of on this one is on the previous Frontiers, this center beam was circular and it had a little plastic piece where you could wrap it around there and it kind of latched it in place. This one is just kind of dangling around, so whenever you flip this thing up and down, it's going to be swinging around. So what I've done here is got a piece of two-sided Velcro, about 7 inches of two-sided Velcro. Best stuff ever made right here. Get you a spool of it. You probably find it on Amazon right here. Best stuff ever. And get you about 7 inches and then just wrap it around there. And all I did here was I pulled this thing down. We've got kind of an oblong shape here, sort of a circle. So I pull it to the bottom and the center. Just kind of wrap it around the bottom. Flip it around to the top, like so. And since you have this little size a little bit bigger here, you just put that piece of Velcro on this top part, latch it around to the back, and it'll just stay right in place, same way that one is. For now, we'll leave that one loose just to show you kind of how it works. It also doesn't have any braces in the center like the previous version had. This one is just literally just open. And when you flip it back, if you do it right, these things will land in the little pods on the back tailgate. And as you can see, these things are kind of still loose. So what you can do, you kind of pull this through, pull it to the bottom. And whenever you transport anything, what you need to do is just put this little latch right here, which if these little, and this is another big problem here, these things are plastic. This little piece here probably should be metal, in my opinion, but anyway, you just kind of latch it here until it clicks in place. What you want to do is kind of pull that strap, make it to where it's taut like that, so this thing doesn't flop around on you. Whenever you get to you need to flip it back, you just pull the handle and it'll release that thing just like the old version did. So what I've got it here, I've got it kind of at the end, so at the end it should land right inside these little holes. So we lift it up, and as you can see, this thing's still kind of flopping around here, which kind of sucks. The other side stays right in place, and of course this movable one allows me to use Utili-Track, move it all the way to the back if I need to, which is a pretty great thing. One last thing I've got to say is that this one here, if you'll notice, I called Nissan and they said that this, on the 2022s, the bars that were traditionally on the Utili-Track trucks, there was a bar here and there was a bar here where these little grommets were located, in which this extended bed, or this bed extender, would sit on, so the bottom of this would not be rubbing and sitting on this rough surface, which is going to tear up your rubber tips, because each end of these is made of a roll of rubber. There's a little rubber stopper looking thing there on both ends. And you also see that when you get back, it's kind of hard to tell in the video, but it's not level. It's kind of just hanging there. You can tell by the angle right here. So if I pull it up, you can see now it's level. And if it's level, you can see right here, that's where it would be sitting on that track with the little rubber top. So I think Nissan needs to do something about that. I don't think it's good for the feet, and I don't think it's good for the look. It just looks kind of incomplete. Definitely looks better with it parallel, and I think something should be done about that. I'm not sure what. So that's one of the things I wish they'd fix. Other than that, everything else works on it great. One last note, whenever you put in your rivets that are behind these columns here with the rubber feet, go ahead and put the whole system in the truck with the 3 bars, because if you don't, you may not get this length the way you want, because these inside bars kind of go all the way out to about right here, and there's a little bit of flexibility in moving those left and right. And if you end up doing this outside of the truck and then you try to put it in and you've already put your rivets in, well, these little spots right here, from here to the other side where it's connected, you might come up short, you might be too long. Right now I did mine in the truck, so right now it comes right out. You can see it just comes out and slips right in, nice and easy, goes down. So keep that in mind. And that's all I really got for you today. So if you like the video, do what everybody else does. Click that subscribe, like button, all that good stuff. And I'm the Bama Dog. Roll Tide.